On November 18th, the Russian Defense Ministry released a video showing how its Avangard hypersonic missile, which it claims is impossible to intercept, is loaded into the launch shaft. The Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation rearmed missile troops with Avangard hypersonic missile systems. It is about the army of the Central Military District of the Russian Federation Orenburg region in the Volga Federal District. The Ministry of Defense confirmed the news in a statement. According to the Russian ministry, the resulting complexes of the silo launcher type. This is the next regiment of missile troops to receive this missile system. However, it is not clear from the ministry's announcement whether this is the first regiment in the Orenburg region immediately after the delivery of the Avangard. The system was brought into full combat readiness. Says Russian media, Izvestia. The system has taken combat duty, adds Izvestia. The usual statement from the Russian ministry also states that with the new hypersonic missile, Russian troops are increasing their combat capability. The strategic nuclear forces have also increased their combat capability when performing strategic deterrence tasks. The ministry added Surgeon Commander of the Russian Strategic Missile Forces announced that Russia is currently developing a new hypersonic missile system. It will replace Vanguard in the future when the US finds a way to counter them. The commander says Avangard is a Russian hypersonic glide vehicle HGV. It's a Russian-designed missile system, one of the few weapons systems not associated with outdated Soviet designs. It was developed at the end of this decade, and in 2019, the first operationally ready Avangard system was delivered to the Russian missile forces at this time. The characteristics of the Vanguard system are still in the realm of speculation. The missile flew at speeds between Mach 20 and Mach 27. Russia said, according to some, the warhead carried by the Vanguard was over 2 megatons of TNT, correlating the ratio of speed to weight, which is 2,000 kg. It is assumed that the kinetic energy of the rocket is equivalent to 17.5 tons of TNT. The glider is said to be capable of sharp horizontal and vertical flight movements. This suggests that the glider is capable of maneuvering and avoiding anti-aircraft missiles in an interception attempt. Russian officials say it is currently invulnerable to any known anti-aircraft missile system in the world. However, there are counter-comments about the Vanguard's capabilities, especially the missile's ability to evade anti-ship defenses. According to Mr. Jeffrey Lewis, an arms control expert, namely gliding results in slower speeds than traditional re-entry in 2018. Mr. Vladimir Putin, president of the Russian Federation, announced that Russia has 3 hypersonic weapons. In addition to Avangard, this category includes Dagger air-to-surface cruise missiles and Sirkin anti-ship missiles. Since the start of the war, Russia has been most strongly alleged to have used several Kinzhal Dagger and English missiles on targets. According to the Russian military, placing a rocket into the launcher is a skill. A loader removes the missile from the vehicle, guiding it into a vertical position before slowly descending it into the launch shaft. The missile was loaded into the launcher with the assistance of more than 40 people. Tak Irma Jurov, deputy commander of the weapons formation, said downloading is a complex, time-consuming process. More than 40 people participate in this process. This takes more than 1 hour, and based on the results of this work, a rocket will take on combat duty. The new complex is the product of high technology, modern technology. It differs significantly from the previous complex, he added in the video. The president of the state broadcaster also displayed what appears to be a control and command center for the missile system. The ministry explained that adopting measures to rearm the strategic missile force scheduled for 2022 will improve the combat capabilities of the strategic nuclear forces ground component in dealing with strategic deterrence missions. The necessary infrastructure is needed to deploy another missile regiment for active duty along with the actual combat launch complex. It also has areas for the preparation of duty shifts, combat duty, execution, and rest and recreation. The Avangard HGV is developed as part of the top-secret Project 42-2 and given the code name U-71. In March 2018, Russian President Vladimir Putin first disclosed the missile during his annual State of the Union address. At the time, Putin said, "I can tell you that we have all this already and it works well." Moreover, Russia's industry has begun to batch produce this system. It is yet another type of strategic weapon at Russia's disposal. We've called it Avangard. Yeah, This HGV originated in the 1980s when the Soviet Union began developing warheads capable of traveling at speeds well above the speed of sound. However, the project was put to rest around the time of the Soviet Union's disintegration in 1991 NPO mission, destroying a Russian defense contractor. Purportedly revived the development in the mid-1990s under the code name Project 4202, the Avangard underwent roughly 14 flight reported tests between 1990-2018. At the end of December 2018, the weapon was fired from the Dombarovsky missile site in Orenburg, Russia. The HGV, which had traveled more than 6,000 kilometers, was launched from an SS-19 ICBM toward a target at the shooting range in Kamchatka. Russia has constantly stated that it is working on hypersonic weapons to ensure that its strategic forces can surpass any future American air and missile defenses. The Avangard glides through the atmosphere relying on re-entry to accelerate to its peak speed that is reportedly capable of making dynamic flying maneuvers to evade detection. They have angered as 5.4 meters long and weighs roughly 2 tons. The nuclear warhead of the HGV has a TNT equivalent of more than 2 megatons. According to task sources, the Avangard HGV can be installed on the 28 rupees Sarmad, Russia's most powerful intercontinental ballistic missile ICBM NATO designation SSX-29 Satan to the 28 rupees Sarmat can carry approximately 10 tons of payload, equating to about 5 Avangard HG versus S. No.